Welcome to another episode on our channel. Today we're doing something out of nothing. So these were two pavers that were laying around in our backyard we never did anything with. And I thought, well, maybe I'll make a pier. Yeah, and so we had a piece of fencing. My husband calls it picket. I call it a piece of wood from a fence. And it just so happened to fit the paver very nicely. This is like 5.5 inches wide and 6.5 inches long. And just cut it to fit over the first, two pavers, the first piece over the two pavers, and then 1.5 inches in from that for the next step, and so on. Very consistent with 1.5 inches in. And then created a couple square pieces for fencing. And at first I was going to use a necklace, for this barrier here. And the necklace I had I thought it was too small for 1/6 scale. I would have liked to have had wider links, and I didn't. So I had some old twine lying around. I decided to do twine instead. And this probably took the longest, is finding this duck. I knew I had a duck, and that would be great for a pier. If you can imagine a couple people sitting here and talking to each other or fishing or what have you, you need a duck. Anyway, it looks good. I think it looks cute. It probably took about an hour or so to do, other than the stain that I spilled on my husband's workbench that he had made, but it kind of needs staining anyway, so maybe it will provoke him to stain it. And he's going like, no, and I'm thinking maybe it needs to be painted or stained or something. Anyway, but I stained the sides so it would look more uniform where the pieces were cut and that sort of thing. So this cost me nothing. If you were to go out and, buy a picket or a piece of wood from a fence and a couple pavers, probably cost you about $13 altogether. So this is not an expensive diorama. For me, it cost nothing because we had this stuff lying around. So for us, it's something out of nothing. For you guys, it may be something out of nothing. You have probably some spare wood lying around, maybe some pavers you haven't used or something else that could be used underneath the wood. As long as you have a saw and can cut wood, you should be good to go. Twine, whatever old necklace that you paint black and maybe put some paint on to kind of mimic kind of basically a rusty look, that should do it. And if you had a duck, that's even better. So we'll pause now and get this on a turn tray so you can see it from different angles. We'll go around and let you see this thing. I don't think we have to do a close-up. I mean, it's not like you have to really see the details and the facial features of the duck or the wood grain. But I did stain it on this side and the other side so that it would have more of a uniform look. There are a couple pieces broken here. Nothing is perfect on this thing. Or not everything, I should say, is perfect on this thing, but rarely are things in life perfect too. But for around an hour of work, other than looking for the duck, this is not bad for a diorama. Now the wood is nailed together, but it's just sitting on the pavers. So if you want to create a pier, these are some ideas. I would have rather have had a fairly large necklace that I could have painted black, stretched across here, have a little kind of a U-shaped, slightly U-shaped thing going on, and added maybe some color tones of rust to it. That would have been cool. But the necklace that like I said, I have pieces of a necklace that I use for customizing. It's really not right to scale for a PIER anyway. So anyway, there you go. Here's one last look at our diorama. I hope you've liked what you've seen. You know, these little animals sometimes are easy to find at dollar stores or Michael's or what have you. It'd be neat to have a heron instead of maybe a duck or a pelican. Your imagination can go wild here. But for me, this cost me nothing but time, and it was fun to put together. Maybe my husband didn't think so, but it was fun. Anyway, if you've liked what you've seen, I hope you can give us a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel. In the meantime, everyone, have a great day.